Ba-bum. Hello, TikTok. Playing with my cards. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? I'm definitely excited to see how this goes tonight. It's been a very dramatic, interesting spirit kind of day. Do not remind me again. It's been a very one of those days where you know you're a psychic medium when. Yeah. How's your day going? It's been a fun one for me. I knew when I woke up this morning that Spirit was excited for a Tuesday where I have the whole day off and I can be here giving live readings to so many people. Some of these days I wake up and it's like, I call them spirit shenanigans because you can never quite guess how this is going to go. They have a lot of power over there of being able to utilize technology, energy, and alignment to make my days surprising and very fun. Today's been another one of those days. So as you guys come on here, please remember to help me help you and share this live. We're going to get to some free live readings and messages from Spirit here tonight. I'd like to stick around for a couple of hours because for a couple of reasons. One, I'm fired up. Two, we had some really great messages and validations from Spirit on Facebook earlier. And three, because somebody tried to hack my account and take those away, and that just pisses me right off. And when you piss me off and try to shut me up, it just makes me talk louder, and it makes me do more, and it makes me give away even more free readings. So instead of being up here for an hour, maybe we'll stay up for 2, because that's what happens when they try to shut me up, and they've been trying to do this to me for a long time. So we just have fun with it. So let me just tell you a little quick rundown while I'm waiting for you guys to come in about what just happened on Facebook. So we did 2 hours of free readings on Facebook, some really awesome readings, talked to some widows and just a lot of really loving messages that came through, needed messages. And then when it was over, the video just completely disappeared off my Facebook page, completely disappeared, looked like it had been deleted. I was freaking out. I'm like, what in the heck? I tried to refresh. I refreshed on my phone. I refreshed on my computer. I was pissed. Let me just tell you. Not so much just for me, but for the people who had readings. Nobody understands how important recording these readings are than me. I fully get that. I've been doing this work for a very long time. And a lot of times your loved ones bring through messages for you and for your families. And they bring through messages that you're going to want to hear later and that mean something a little bit later. Anyways, I digress. So I was really upset and right away went into my account thinking, okay, did I get blocked? My mod that I had on Facebook was telling me that chat and some of the people who were commenting in the comments actually, or not in the comments, that were sending messages to me were also telling me that they were having trouble commenting on the video. It was acting really glitchy. It was being really delayed. There was some weird, funky stuff going on. Whether that be the powers that be that are messing with it, trying to zip me, or whether that be the bigger powers that be that were trying to unleash those controls. Something happened because that video disappeared for a while. I got in, I changed my passwords and everything like that. And then I had to go pick up my son from the train station. I didn't even have time to look at my account or anything. I just changed my passwords just in case when the video disappeared. Drove to the train station to pick up my son. Came back and the video was back. Not only was it back, but it showed almost 9,000 views. Which is interesting because when I was live, I only saw like 60 or 70 people watching at once. And I've been telling people for a long time, when you're shadow banned, they hide your views, they hide your numbers, they fudge them. They want you to think that you suck so that you'll give up. But I don't give up because As long as God keeps sending me people, I'm going to keep doing this. And I don't care if there's 2 people watching. And if those 2 people watching are getting a lot out of the messages and validations being delivered, I'm still going to keep doing this work. And I think what happened is that we broke the system somehow. Either I got hacked, and when I changed my password, it kicked them out, or something. But I usually have 2,000 views on my videos when I'm done on Facebook. Sometimes not even that, just depends on the day. They've been shadow banning me for a long time. Today, there's like 9,000 views on that video that just reappeared back. So I don't know. Spirit shenanigans are at a high level today, whether that's spirit shenanigans, whether that's powers that be trying to break whatever that shadow banning's going on, whether it was somebody was in my account playing in the back scenes, and then when I changed my password, I don't know what happened, but it's been fun. So I missed you guys. TikTok, I missed you. Like I said, I'm all fired up today to do some more messages and validations from Spirit. And since I was done my live on Facebook, I have been drenched in the smell of cigarette smoke, and I don't smoke. I don't smoke. Nobody in my family smokes. My kids are downstairs cooking dinner, and I'm on a fasting day. So, the smell of the food should be bothering me, but it's not, because all I can smell is cigarette smoke. Somebody's loved ones are so thick in the air right now that it's insane. So let's just jump right in and get to some free messages and validations from your loved ones, okay? So let me remind you guys how this works for me. I want to remind you that I'm not up here. You don't have to, these are free, absolutely free readings, which means no money involved. All you have to do is help me help you and share the live, get it out there. We need the views. That's what we need. And so let me just breathe for a second. As soon as I get to this point, if you've ever seen me read, this happens all the time. As soon as I get to this point, it's like my mind starts getting flooded with images and telepathic communications from your loved ones. So I have to just separate and slow down and separate my own thoughts from theirs so I can get this beginning part out, and then we can get to some messages. Okay, these are free, you guys. If you would like to book a private reading, I absolutely do that. I am a professional psychic medium by trade, and that's what I do for a living. I deal with so many spirit shenanigans throughout my day that I couldn't do another job if I wanted to. They'd fire me for technical difficulties within the first week, trust me. So that's how I make my money, is I earn my money through private readings and group readings and the THM Club. You can go on my website, THMedium.ca, if you would like to know how to book a private reading. And please know that is the only way to get a private reading with me. I will never, ever, ever solicit you for readings. There are people pretending to be me. There are trolls pretending to be me. They take my picture, my logo, all of that, and then they solicit you for messages. They go, oh, hey, I have a sale on. I'm drawn to you. That's a troll. Anybody who's soliciting you, or fishing, as I like to call it, those are not real psychic mediums, light workers. Those are not the real people. Never fall for that, you guys. There's only one way to book a reading with me, and that's you have to come to me. You go to my website, and all the information is on there. My sister Tammy does all my bookings for me, and you can reach her at booking@THMedium.ca, and all the information is on there, you guys. So go over there if you would like to book that. But these are free, and I'm not up here because I want to earn like these little flower things. I know that those mean money. I think they mean money. And the little cutesy things that you guys put on my head, I'm a little technologically challenged, but I have figured out that those mean money and things like that. Haven't figured out how to use it yet, but I will. And it's very much appreciated. See those things, love it. It's so appreciated, but I want you guys to know that it's not necessary for you to get a reading. I make a point of giving my time up here and volunteering and doing free live readings for you guys, because I know not everybody has access to this type of thing. And I know there's a lot of those freaking trolls out there who scam you. And so the more real people that are up here doing work, doing our actual real light worker work, work, the more you can differentiate between real and not real, right? But again, I know that there has been a lot of loss in the last few years, especially, and a lot of souls have transitioned. And so I just try to get up here and give back as much as I can. I know how important these are to you guys. I've been doing this for 10 years, you guys. There is 10 years of free live reading videos on Facebook. I just got my live button on TikTok like a couple of months ago, so I'm new here. But on Facebook, I've been doing this for a very long time. And I'm always going to keep getting up here and volunteering for you guys. So all I ask is that you help me help you and spread the word, because of the shadow banning and the trolls. And they do everything they can to try to get me to stop doing this work. They try to make me think I suck. I know I don't. I've been doing it for 10 years. So whatever, they can say what they want. I have too much positive feedback coming in every single day. And here's the thing, is when I do this work, I feel hearts come back together. I feel people's lives change. I get messages and feedback from people years later. And I just don't even know I don't even have words to explain how meaningful that is, which is why I will never stop doing free live readings. So that brings me to my next point, you guys. There's a lot of you and only one of me. So please keep in mind that if you're here and you're watching these messages and validations today, that it's not an accident. There is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance in this universe. There's alignment and synchronicity, and your loved ones will align you here on these live readings. They will align the people on the live readings with the people who are receiving the readings that will resonate with all of you that are watching. If you follow that, your spirit is getting very heavy here. And can you guys can't smell that cigarette smoke. I can smell it. And my throat is starting to change, which is how I know that this soul is getting like impatient with me. Stop talking, lady, and let's get to some messages. So I might sound like Kermit for the next, try this. When I say that I'm haunted, this is what I mean. Okay. Buddy, I will get to you in just a second. Okay, you guys. Let me just get into how this works and jump right in. Apparently, I don't have a say in the matter. So help me help you share the live. This is how this works, you guys. What I'm going to do is, if you see me read before, this is how we do it here. It's a little different than how we do it on Facebook. I'm going to, if you have more than 1,000 followers on your account, then you can add yourself to my live. And so I kind of alternate between the bigger accounts and the smaller accounts. So if you can add yourself to my live, do that. Only if you've never had a free reading with me before. Please, if you've had a reading with me before, I'm not going to remember because I'm channeling. Thank you. He's finally stepping back. You hear my voice coming back? He's stepping back. Okay. So I'm not going to remember you, but the people watching are going to remember you, and they're not going to be very appreciative of that. So let's let everybody get a chance to have a message. Okay. So if you've had a message from Spirit before, a free message from Spirit, I want to reassure you that I offer a lot of different ways on my website to get a message, cheaper ways too than a private reading. So if you found this helpful, please go check that out and you can get some more readings over there. But yeah, anyway, so this is how we do that. I'm going to go to the bigger accounts. I'm just going to open that box that has where you guys all add yourself to my live, if this is making sense. And then Spirit's going to choose somebody. And not me, trust me. As you can see, I'm having trouble even keeping my own thoughts in my head because Spirit's here. It's like trying to talk and somebody's sitting right here spitting different like words and numbers in your head at the same time. So bear with me if I sound a little blah, 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 at this moment in time. I'm trying to get this out so we can just get to the messages, you guys, but it's very important you understand the process. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going to bounce from that account to a smaller account. If you have a smaller account and you can't add yourself to my live, then you can call me. But you have to be ready, which means that I don't like to sit here and spend too much time waiting for you to call me. So After I do the bigger account, then I'm going to look into the comments and I'm going to choose somebody from the comments. But the way that I choose somebody is very specific, so you need to listen to this. The way that all I need you to do in the comments is first share the live and then tell me that you shared the live and who you want to focus on. The thing is, you guys, some of you have 20 or 30 different people on the other side. And so I need you during these free readings to tell me your focus on who you want me to connect with so that we can get right to the point and I can get to as many of you as we possibly can. I think on Facebook, we got like 5 or 6 people today, which was awesome. And I want to do that again. So you got to give me your focus. You got to share the live, comment shared, and tell me your focus. Now, you can say mom, you can say mom and dad, you can say brother, you can say husband, you can give me a name, Frank, Pat, I don't care. Whoever it is that you want to focus on. You can give me 1 or 2 names, like you don't have to choose between mom or dad or you know what I mean. But don't give me 4 or 5 names because you will overwhelm me and I will scroll past you. Then Spirit does the work. So after I read the bigger account, and I don't even know who that is, Spirit's going to choose, I'm going to look in the comments. I'm going to find somebody that said shared and told me their focus, and Spirit's going to say your name. Well, they're going to say your name. I'm going to say your name. And then you're going to phone me. Get your pen and paper ready. My mod's probably already posted the phone number up there. She's awesome. So the phone number to call, if you hear your name called, do not call that number unless you hear a name called. Because if I don't call your name and you call me, I'm going to hang up on you. Because Spirit has to choose. That's their number 1 rules. They choose, not me. Dad just gave me a 2-minute warning. See, now I know that this gentleman stepping forward is a dad. All right, so the number 403-836-4455. I'll say that again, 403-836-4455. Please write that down and be ready to be ready. If you hear your name called, you got to phone me right away because if you take too long, then I'm going to circle around. I'm going to go to somebody else. It gets very awkward for me sitting up here and boring for everybody if we're waiting 5, 10, 15 minutes for you to get ready to be ready. Follow me? All right. So all that being said, I'm going to take you through my process and we're going to jump right in because I'm telling you, we got some very anxious and excited loved ones coming through. I want to remind you guys that your loved ones are not talking to me, they're talking to you, and they don't care if I understand this information or not. I am the medium, the person in between, the interpreter, if you will. Your loved ones are not gone. They are still here. They just don't have a physical vessel, a physical body to communicate with speech the same way that they used to. They are pure high vibrating energy. And if you think about energy like the blades of a fan, as they get going around really fast, they become invisible. The soul vibrates very fast, and so therefore it becomes invisible to the naked eye, to the physical touch, but it is still here. And when your loved ones get close to you, you still feel and sense their energy. And for me, it's profound. So when I connect with you, I sense their energy, first of all, through all of my senses, sight, touch, taste, smell, sound, all of it. And then they play things from what I call my library, which is my thoughts, my feelings, and my experiences. And they will show me whatever it is that they need to show me to get me to say what they need me to say, so you get the message they need you to get. But you have to understand that I'm not in your life, so I don't know why they're telling me to say what they're telling me to say. I had parents coming through one time giving their daughter pickles. She's like, I hate pickles. Why are they giving me pickles? I'm like, I don't know. They're giving you specifically dill pickles. Turns out that was their grandchild's name who was born after they passed. And that was, or his nickname, I should say. They didn't name their kid Dill Pickle, but that was his nickname. That's what I mean when I say they're talking to you, not me. They don't care if I understand this information or not. I am literally the interpreter, the medium. For whatever reason, I was born this way, where I kind of live in between 2 realities. I'm in this physical world, but I'm also very aware of the energetic world all around me and all of the non-physical beings in that world. There's a lot of different types of non-physical beings. That's a conversation for another day. What I do here is not, I don't know if it's even really channeling. I always say I'm channeling, which is why I can't really remember any of the information the same way, because that information is coming through me. But here's the thing, God corrected me in my meditation today. He said it's not so much channeling, it's more telepathic communication. Channeling is where you allow other beings to speak through you. I don't really do that. They speak to me, and I take that information and not channel it, translate it for you, because they speak telepathic symbology through energy and through my library. So just remember, they're talking to you. They're not talking to me. And we've got to work together to understand these messages. And the last point that I want to make on this, you guys, is that for your loved ones, this is not about predicting what's coming up in your life. This is not about guessing what your nickname was in 1982. And I promise you, if you're coming at me with that energy, like, prove it, lady. Prove it. I don't want to talk to you. I want you to go watch the 10 years worth of free live readings that I've already done. And if you think that, I have something of value that I could help you with, then I want to help you. I'm not up here to prove anything to anybody at all. I proved that to me a long time ago, and God proved it to me a long time ago. That's why I get up here and do the free work that I do. I just want to be able to help the people that come to me. So we have to work together because they're talking to you, not me. Make sense? All right, you guys, let's do this. So make sure you know your focus. I feel like everybody's heart just boom, 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 boom. Oh, we're going to have some fun here, you guys. We're going to have some fun. Just remember, if I don't get to you today, it'll be tomorrow or the next day or next week. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm going to keep doing this work because it's so fun. All right. Let's see who we got coming through. Oh, my senses are just going nuts here. I got to put on my glasses. Forgive me, I can't see nothing without my specs here. Ba-da-bum-ba.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, honey. Breathe. We're going to give you a second. Oh. I told you the alignment is insane today.
Oh my God.
What's your name, sweetie?
Megan.
Hi, Megan. I just turned my volume up. I love your nickname, Country Girl, because it's almost stampede time here in Calgary. I'm not sure where I'm connecting with you from,
I'm
but
from Quebec.
well, what I heard was, yeah! I'm like, okay, well, Country Girl, let's go to you. I'm already hearing yeah. So funny. Who are we connecting with today, hun?
Oh, my grandmother, if possible.
All right. Okay. Deep breaths for me, honey. I just want you to get calm, and then we're going to do a quick connection exercise. Have you ever seen me read before?
I have. I've been watching you for a while.
Awesome. Just didn't expect this tonight, hey?
Oh my God, no, I didn't. Yeah, no. Oh boy.
Especially because I've got this father figure back here. So I want to say this before we do this connection exercise. I love this dad. I know it's a dad back here. And I don't think he's connected to you because he kind of stepped back when I connected to you. When you said grandma, I was like, so that's not you? He's like, nope, I'm just here to help tonight. And I feel like I'm going to be connecting with him towards the end. So what just happened is and then see, this is me trying to talk and him in my ear and her in my ear at the same time. So let me say this a little better. And then as he kind of steps back, I hear your grandma step forward and go, surprise! Like she had to surprise you. She had to get you to not expect it so that it would make it easier for me to connect. Because if you've been following me for a while and you have the energy of please, 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 that actually makes it harder for me to connect with you. So she
Okay.
had to do a back channel to get you in here. But she's like,
Oh,
never underestimate me again, kiddo.
that's so hurt. Oh Lord.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. See, she made you laugh. That raised your energy a bit. It eliminated that distorted energy a bit. Now we can connect. And whoever's dad this is, man, kudos to him. He's doing a really good job. Okay, are you ready to do this?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, hon. Both feet flat on the floor for me. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. Your grandma's funny, let me tell you. All right, here we go. So, this beginning part is what I call the puzzle dump. Have you ever heard me describe the puzzle dump before?
Yes, I have.
Awesome. I'll skip the explanation, just dump it all on you, and then we'll go back and figure out how it all fits, okay?
Okay.
This energy comes through really peppy, really uplifting, really like talking really fast and kind of like really excited to show me how much energy she has on that side. She shows me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue or pain throughout the body. Feels like I was just slowing down or I wasn't able to utilize my body the way that I wanted to because she like springs up. She's like, ta-da! And she's like, I can do everything now. I can move all over the place. I can get things done. I'm so excited to be with you. She's taken me to the head and I see the spinning, which is often for because she's older. So in this case, I'm thinking it's dementia, Alzheimer's, stroke, or an inability to say goodbye before she passed. She's emphasizing that and how free she is of that physical body that did not work for her in life the way she wanted it to.
Yeah.
I hear
She,
wedding bells. Down. Is her husband on the other side as well?
yes, my grandfather passed. Yes.
Because it's interesting. She shows me the reuniting around the two of them, and I literally hear wedding bells, like we've been remarried. Like that's how emphasized she is that we are together.
Oh, it's been, yeah. Um, my grandfather passed before her, quite a few years before her.
That's interesting. She's so, and this is one of the things that was coming through as well in the puzzle dump. And that makes me kind of laugh. That's why I said she's funny, is because she's being very tricky with me. She's showing me a whole bunch of symbols that I'm like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? She's like, tell her. And I get the feeling, because sometimes they'll give me a sign or a symbol that's their way of bringing somebody else forward. You have quite a few people on that side, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do.
She's trying to bring them all forward at once, but I want to go back and validate what she gave me about her passing. Do you understand? So, first of all, I feel like I can't breathe. And I see the light switch, which is my symbol for choices and decisions that had to be made around my passing or after my passing, and extreme gratitude and validation that all the right choices and decisions were made. I don't know if she was placed or was with Grandpa here in the physical world, but she's definitely letting us know that they're remarried on that side.
Yes, they're buried in the same plot.
Do you understand the breath and the spinning thoughts, the inability to communicate before I passed?
Yeah, she had Alzheimer's and respiratory issues. She was a heavy smoker.
I told you I've been smelling cigarette smoke all freaking night. Did you
And
hear
when
me
you
say that?
when you said that, my first thought was she's there. My
Yeah.
my family was all heavy smokers.
So when you say my first thought was that's my grandma, that's because your grandma's voice sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. She's not gone. And she's extremely excited to let you know that she's not gone, that she's with you. She's actually putting a big X through the distance or space. Now, distance or space can be a couple of different things, and she said times two. So either that means that she lived a distance or space away from you, or that she was in that dementia state for some time, Or it could be that she's been gone for a while. She did say times two, so there's got to be two meanings to this. Do you see what?
She, yeah, she's been gone for 12, going on 13 years. Yeah.
Now she's showing me the bouquet as well. Did you get married after she passed?
I didn't, my sister did.
Because she's showing me, so when they show me the bouquet, like you see me doing this, like I'm a weirdo. When they show me that sign where they put the picture in the bouquet and they wrap something in the bouquet, that's just my sign that I was honored or remembered at the wedding and I was there.
She was.
So please let your sister know that grandma was there for the wedding. And this is what I mean. She's so excited not to be missing anything. She's like kicking her body away. Like, I was done with that damn thing. I'm so not gone now. I'm still here with you. And when I heard yeehaw, do you actually live on a property like in the country?
I did. I don't anymore. I'm kind of out of town, but still in town. But yeah,
You're not in a giant city either, are you?
no, I'm not.
I can feel when you say I'm kind of in town, she's like laughing. She's like, that's not like Calgary, Tracy. Like when you say in town, I'm getting like 20,000 maybe people.
No, I live in the boonies.
See? That's what I mean. Like I can feel that the population is very small. It's still country.
Yeah.
Please know they're together and they know that they were buried together. They're not missing a single thing. Are you named after her or do you have a child named after her? Because she's showing me this, which is my symbol for named after or just like.
But we both have the same middle name. I have
So
my
she
great grandmother's middle name.
so that's generation. So see how she's being sneaky? So she just brought your great grandmother through as well.
Oh,
Who's got the birthday or the anniversary? Because she's like giving you the red rose and she's like, see, you should have known we'd be here soon because
my
they're
birthday.
aligning you.
My birthday's coming up in July 10th.
So this is their birthday present, letting you know that they're with you. Never underestimate the power of love, sweetheart. Your job is to tell them what you need. Ask for the sign that you need. Ask for whatever it is that you need, and then wait for them to align it into your world. You will be in the right place at the right moment at the right time. Your grandma just took me to the recent past, and I saw darkness, which is my symbol for challenge or struggle. And then she wanted to remind you that that's in the past, and that where you're going in the future is so much brighter. And they are very much on your team. She's really proud of the changes that you've made recently. She's telling you to look at it through her perspective. That this lady thinks that you are like a rock star genius. You understand that?
Yeah, I do.
She is like,
My yeah, she was like my mom growing up. She
she
was
is
more,
your
yeah,
absolute biggest fan. Like she's telling me, you tell her I can hear her thoughts. Hey, that's my baby girl she's talking to. That's not true. What she's saying to herself is not true. She is amazing and she is successful and she is happy and she's giving and she's kind and she's just going on and on and on and on. So that tells me with the blackness that she's showing me back here that you've been through it in the not too recent past. Hey?
yeah,
Just know that she loves you so much, and that is in the past. Remember, that is in the past. Focus on what you want to see in the future. Only visualize that. Focus on asking for what you want, not for what you don't want. And know that like she said, never underestimate the power of love again. We can help you in so many different ways, but you have to ask for what you need, and they will help align it in your world. Are you with somebody now? Because I feel like she's still talking about the relationship in your world.
yeah, I am.
Have you been together for some time?
It's been 2 years.
I see like on the fence a little bit, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Are you still a little bit undecided?
It's rocky right now, yeah.
That's what she's talking about here. So this down. So your grandfather, just remember your grandpa's over there. This is what I heard. Just remember, grandpa's here too. And we country folk, Trace. We're country folk. And I see the shotgun.
Oh, yeah, That's my grandpa.
Please know they're with you. They love you. They're really proud of you. They want you to be proud of you. They want you to see your worth and know what your worth is so that you will never settle for less again. Do not lower your standards just so that somebody else can meet them. You will never feel loved that way. You keep your standards high, and if he's the right person for you, he will raise to meet your standards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Know how much this girl loves you. Oh, they all love you. Let me just rephrase. And as I say this, girl, I feel everybody jump at me. And as they pull their energy back, she's like, and yeah, I love that hair too. Did you just change it? What did you do?
I haven't. I dyed it red a couple years ago, and I've kind of kept that color, but now I'm kind of like in between, and I haven't really done nothing, and I'm starting to grow it out long again. So
That's what she means. When you say I'm starting to grow it out long again, I love that hair. I love the natural, the growing out, the natural. That's how she remembers you when you were little.
yeah,
Just know as she's pulling her energy back that when you're sensing her and you're smelling that cigarette smoke and you're, she's saying seeing her in the crowd, you see her sometimes, you're like, oh my gosh, that lady looks so much like my grandma. That's your grandma's way of letting you know she's with you at that moment. You understand?
yeah. Oh boy.
Aw. Big hugs, honey. Big hugs. I got to stop saying just your grandma because your grandfather just bear hugged you as well. He's like, we're both here. So just remember they're on your team. They love you so much. And keep asking them for signs because they will keep sending them.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, hon. I hope this was helpful.
It was. I needed to hear from her.
Awesome. You go have a great day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
All right, honey. Do you know how to hang it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, you guys. Ugh, I hate these
Um,
glasses. I so need new glasses. All right, you guys. So
wait, I can't. Why?
let me hold
Working.
you here. There we go. All right. So this is how we're doing it, you guys. Remember, if you are a smaller creator, all you got to do is share the live. Tell me that you comment that you shared and who you want to talk to. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at that. First person. Share Joanna, my dad, please. Right there. Johanna. Johanna. Your dad. Done. My throat's going to burn off. So, you got to remember to phone me if you can't add yourself to my live. So make sure that you call me 403-836-4455. Johanna. Make sure if she's seen that even. This is the good thing about when I do it on Facebook is that I don't have to try to read the comments. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, Johanna, I'm gonna give you just one more minute here. You gotta phone me if you can. And while I'm waiting for you guys, I do this as filler in between. This is how much time you get. You get one card pull. Because I want to get to as many people as we can here today. So while we're waiting for Johanna to be able to call me, think of a question. And I'm going to pick a card. And ready? Think of a question. That's a good card. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords cuts through all obstacles. It could be a harsh truth, could be something you need to hear, something you need to say, but it is definitely an energy that cuts through all obstacles around. Interesting. What did you ask? Okay, so my friend Johanna is not calling. So I'm so sorry. I'm in Australia. I don't know the area code. Okay, see, this is so let me just explain this really quick. That is what is called spirit tag. So sometimes if you're in another country and you're not sure how to get through, spirit, and I can't connect, Spirit will tag you so that you're going to figure it out, because I will circle back to you on another live. But you have to be ready, because I don't know how to do that from your country. You guys realize, first of all, I'm blonde, naturally blonde. And secondly, I'm a little bit technologically challenged, so I don't know how to do all that stuff, you guys. I'm just trying to read for you guys. So you guys got to figure that part out. So if I try to come to you and you don't know that information yet, know two things. One, there's some kind of message in here from your loved ones that you'll probably resonate. That is for you. And two, get ready to be ready, because Spirit will circle back for you and in another future life. So know that they're kind of saying, hi, I'm right here. I know that you need to hear from me. So listen up and get ready to be ready. So when she comes back, we can connect. Sometimes we're asking for things and we don't have a way to actually make it happen. So Spirit has to get you ready to be ready. Does that make sense? I keep saying that. Get ready to be ready. Okay, let's see who else is here. All right, here we go. I know, sweetie. Don't get too sad about it. Just get excited knowing that this means that it's it's about to happen. It's going to happen. Okay. Mary 7093, my son and dad. Mary 7093. It's MARYY 7093. My son and dad. Mary. Can you give me a call? Oh, look at that. Bam! That was quick. Hello, is this Mary?
Yes, I don't believe it.
Uh-huh. Believe it, here we are. And you were quick. You were on that too. Thank you for that.
I had your program where I can all do is push the button.
Uh-huh. See? And what did Spirit just finish? This is what I love about the work that I do. Spirit just finished pronouncing over and over again, getting ready to be ready, getting ready to be ready. And that's literally what you were, ready to be ready.
I even get your number written on my Kleenex box.
Aww. Have I ever read? Is your first name Mary, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I should just check. Sometimes people use their kids' names, their dog's name. You never know, right?
Right.
Oh my goodness sake. Okay.
We're ready whenever.
All right. So have I ever read for you before?
No, you have not.
Awesome. But you're familiar with my process and stuff here, hey?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Well, they are literally burning my throat off. So let's do this, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor, hun.
I'm ready.
I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, are you ready for this puzzle dump?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. First of all, my breath, the throat.
Okay.
So my throat is burning. They take me, okay, before I start this, I want to say two things. One, their energy is so intertwined that I can't figure out who's saying what. First thing that is very clear is that your dad has your son's soul, and all I can hear is we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together.
I thought so.
Then now you have to understand that they always take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. So there's a big thing that comes through. They immediately take me to the throat. My throat is literally burning. And I go to the breath, which is how I pass. I feel like somebody's struggling for breath, or that was their last memory. It does feel sudden. Sometimes I will feel a burning of a throat if there was substance abuse of some sort or substance had something to do with it. Sometimes that's like trached or there's something like esophagus or I'm not exactly sure. I'm not going to try to make it make sense yet. I'm just telling you this is what is so strong I can't even breathe straight. And then and again, sudden, unexpected, or traumatic passing. I feel like this is around your son. Am I understanding that correct?
Yes, cancer took him.
He what?
Cancer took my son.
I'm sorry.
Cancer the bile duct.
I still didn't understand you, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Cancer.
Cancer. Okay. So that last part, as you're saying that, why is my throat burning so bad?
I don't know. It wasn't it. My dad had COPD and emphysema.
Thank you. That's why. Okay. So this is what's going on, because as their energy comes forward, like I said, they're so intertwined that I can't figure out what energy is coming from what. All I know is as this puzzle dump comes through, I hear we're together, we're together, we're together, we're together, and I can hardly breathe. Like my throat feels restricted. I got pain going up the throat. I feel the sudden, unexpected, the traumatic of the passing around your son, but I also feel like I can't breathe. So this is just, do you see what I'm saying about their energy is so intertwined?
That's how I'm condemned. Yep.
So somebody is trying to phone through while I'm talking to you. So the lady in Australia figured out how to phone through. So if you're watching live, just wait until I'm done this reading. I'll circle back to you. Oh, isn't that funny? Okay. So, so I think I understand what's going on. The distorted energy around your son's passing, the grief, the pain around his passing. No parent should ever have to bury their child, and especially from cancer. And here's the thing, pain and grief, that kind of energy distorts the energy field, making it a little bit thicker for even somebody like me to be able to connect with. It's kind of like, I always explain it, it's like water. You can hear underwater, but it'll be muffled. It'll sound like this because water distorts sound. You know what I mean? So as your dad's bringing through that, your son's energy, which is so, like the grief around your son, I can't even imagine, is huge. He's overwhelming me with his energy because you don't have as much grief or anxiety around dad's passing. Obviously, you miss him as much, or you miss him as well, but it's not the same as the grief around your son.
Right.
Okay, can we get off of this now? Say it differently, Dad. He's like, your dad's very thorough. I'll give you this. He's taking me very slowly, painstakingly through this. I'm going to go to him before we go to your son, okay?
Okay.
Because I want to clear that energy. Has Dad been there longer than your son?
Yes.
And all I hear is mom, 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 mom. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not sure if this is your son with him or if your mom is still here in the physical world as well.
She's there with them.
Okay, so he's bringing her forward. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. So your mom's not letting us leave her out. This is why I can't get right to your son's energy.
Mom.
She's like, what the heck? What do you mean just dad and son? Mom's here too.
That sounds like her.
Okay, now that I have them two reunited, I can come over here to your son. Now, as we go to him, he shows me stomach pain. Okay, totally. Okay, separate them over here. As I go to his energy, I feel the pain in the stomach. Now, I don't know if that's like indigestion or what the heck that is, but I feel the pain in the stomach, and then that's why I'm picking up the breathing thing as well, because they will take me through their passing from their perspective, and I just keep hearing, Mom, 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 it's okay. I took a last breath. I was over here. And you know who first people he saw was your parents when he got to that side. That's why
I thought one of them would be.
That's why they had to clarify they were together before I could go to your son. Were your parents separated before they passed?
Yes.
Do you see what I love about Spirit? I love this about Spirit. Your parents slowed me down. I wanted to go right to your son, but they wouldn't let me do that because they had to show you that they banded together to be the first faces to greet your son when he crossed over to the other side. They're not separated on that side. They're very good friends still. I keep seeing the heart going around the two of them, which is my symbol for
They reunited.
And healing, to be reunited on that side.
Right.
Okay, I gotta go back to your son. He's like, okay, you did your job. Thank you very much. Out of here. Now he wants to dissipate this grief here. Please know he didn't suffer. This is why I can't get past that that breathing thing. I see the holding of the hand. Were you with him when he took his last breath?
No, his brother was.
He said, thank him for me, and Mom, no coulda, woulda, shouldas. Do you understand? No coulda, woulda, shouldas. He didn't want you there with him for that last breath. Because
That's why I didn't know about it.
Pardon?
That's why I wasn't told to after he went, after he left.
You understand that whole experience was so traumatizing for you that had you have been there for that last moment would be engraved in your brain forever?
Yes.
That's why that experience around his passing is so thick. And here's the thing. This is why he's aligned you with me, he said. This is why he's been getting you ready to be ready. What I love about your story is this is your son, not so much your parents. Your parents helped to bring your son through is what I think happened. Because your son's, the grief around losing him is 10 times thicker than them.
Right.
Was your son the smoker as well?
Not for very long.
Just when he was younger, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, because who's the smoker on that side? Because I can smell cigarette smoke around him.
My parents.
Okay, so they're just amplifying. Yeah, we're here with them. He's like, Mom, I stink over here. I smell like smoke.
That sounds like him.
He's all dressed up. Okay, see, now that as soon as you start laughing, honey, I can read for him. I can hear him easier. That's the message behind this, is that when you are happy and you know he's here with you, you can hear him. He was the one in your mind telling you, Mom, get ready to be ready. You're going to get called. It's going to happen. Don't say it's never going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, he listened to Mom because just before I reconnect, he and I got on the phone. I said, show me the sign you're around. Turn my TV on, turn my keys on the floor, something.
Yeah. He's like, how's this for a sign?
It couldn't be any better.
He needs you to know he's not suffering anymore, and he needs you to know he's with you, that he hears what you're saying, and that you heard the readings before you as well, right? That
Right.
When they say, you tell us what you need, we will align it in your world. That's the whole message here, is you got to tell them, because this world operates on free will. Spirit's not allowed to tell you what to do, even if you say, tell me what to do. They're not allowed to, order for you. What we think and speak, we create and we align with. So your son's like, Mom, start getting excited that I'm here. Those birds, that's me. The clouds, that's me. The dimes that you're seeing at your feet, that's me. And not just that, more importantly, the bugs is him. He's like, I'm seeing creepy crawlies everywhere. They use bugs if you're not hearing them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Bugs mean they're bugging you. Have you seen a bunch of them recently?
Just before I moved, I saw a bunch of flies, and he was always catching flies, tormenting little girls, catching them in his hand and beating them.
So that makes you think of him.
And now he's using the flies to notify with me.
He needs you to know he's okay. He's not left you, and that his soul is still watching over you. And not only that, he needs you to know that he's reconnected with your parents on the other side, who are very much still together.
Okay.
Did he have children here as well?
Not on that side. No, he's just had a grandchild born.
No, that's what I mean. Your son, he had children here in the physical world, right?
Yeah.
Because he's talking about watching over the children.
Right.
Did he have 3 children or is there 3 grandchildren? I'm like, what does this mean? 1, 2, and
he's got 4 children and then 1 grandchild.
4 children and 1 grandchild?
Yes.
Slow this down. I think he's showing me the 3 generations because he's like, there's 3. I could see him getting very excited. This grandchild that was just born is like his first grandchild.
Very much, yeah.
That's what the 3 generations is what he's very excited about. He's like, Mom, I know about this. Is this a child named after him? Because he's like showing me named after, or just like, so if it's not named after him and he's the little kid running around torturing little girls with flies, look out, that child's going to be fun to handle. Is this child a distance or a space away from you? Because he's showing me reconnecting you and being, well, I'm seeing the heart going around you and the grandchild, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection.
Run me again, I'm sorry.
The grandchild, your first grandchild? No, wait, his first grandchild.
His first grandchild, his daughter, and I have been messaging back and forth off and on. We got reconnected again.
Thank you, because he's showing me reconnecting around his first grandchild.
And I feel pictures that she posts.
Oh, slow this down. So this is your great grandchild.
Yes.
Oh my goodness sake.
A young great grandma.
I was gonna say your energy doesn't feel more than like 60. Like you feel very young. He's like showing me mobility too. Your son is like, oh yeah, that girl can get around. Trust me.
I try.
They're definitely pulling their energy back. Well, your son's pulling his energy back, but your mom is stepping forward, hon. She's like, I know you wanted to know, you said dad, but not mom. But let me tell you, is your mom been there a lot longer than your dad?
Yeah.
Because your mom's stepping forward with huge love for you. She's showing me the rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol that she can see things differently on that side than she did here in the physical world. And she's been through the life review a number of times. The life review is where we view our life through other people's eyes. And I feel like your mom is overemphasizing, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Now, sometimes they will overemphasize that either because that's their personality. They run around saying that a lot here in the physical world. Or, and in this case, because of the life review and stuff, they didn't say it enough. Or they need you to know that they know, since they've seen things from your eyes, that they could have done a better job, because she's overemphasizing, please know that you are loved way more than I was able to express here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's why dad is allowing her to speak this time, because he's like, she needed to know how much mom loved her. I just feel like your mom feels kind of old school, like maybe she didn't say that enough here in the physical world. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Please know how much she loves you, and that they're all together on the other side, and that she's watching over you here and now. And she's showing me the pinky finger, which is my symbol for having more mothering and nurturing and loving ability in your pinky finger than some people do on their whole body. They're very proud of you, and very much with you, especially with that garden, she says, as she pulls her energy back. And I smell flowers. Do you have, like, flowers planted?
No.
Why do I smell flowers like I'm walking in a flower garden?
I have no idea. I just moved, so I've been talking about maybe getting some growing.
You've been talking about getting flowers?
Yeah,
That's
inside my apartment.
okay. And inside your apartment, which would make them very fragrant. So this is what I mean when I say Spirit's talking to you, not me. They don't take the time to give me the backstory that you've been talking about getting flowers. They just tell me that they're helping with that. You see what I'm saying? So if you've been talking about planting a garden or planting flowers and your mom's like, especially with helping with those flowers, then that's why she's saying it, because she's with you. I can't know that. You see what I'm saying? It's like that's her way of being able to show you that she is there. So you can go out and do all that planting by yourself. You have the ability. Your son's already told me how tough you are and strong you are, and your dad's telling me how smart you are. You obviously know how to do that. But if you say, Mom, if you're with me and you love me, give me a deal on those flowers, or send me the biggest purple flowers I ever saw, or whatever sign you can think of before you go flower shopping, and then go flower shopping. Let me tell you, when you get there and you see that sign that you asked for, there will be no doubt that she is with you. And this is how you can repair your relationship with somebody, even in spirit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You have so much more love and support than you even know. Just know how loved you are. And your son is like, Mom, that feels like his gift to you. That he needed you to know that not only did he reconnect with your dad, he reconnected with your mom, and they're together. Everyone is loving on the other side, and they're all watching over you guys here. They're watching over all the kids, all the 3 generations that are underneath of him now, and he's not missing a single moment of it. As he's pulling his energy back, he goes, and thank you for that picture. You have a big picture of him, and it feels like when he's a little bit younger. He said that's his favorite picture of him.
I have a picture in my phone case of him.
And it's from a few years. Yeah,
and
no.
then I have a shelf. I had a shelf made up, and I'm planning on putting it back up again with his picture.
So he knows about this. And he loves the picture that you're choosing because he's showing me how happy and young he looks.
Yeah.
Please know he's still with you. They're all still with you, and they love you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. I hope it was helpful.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
You have a great rest of your day, okay?
And you as well. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I still got that dad over here. I'm not done. I'm not going anywhere. I just heard somebody say, is she done? No, I'm not done. I'm coming to another big account, and then I'm going to take another call in the chat. As long as you guys keep sharing the live and you keep helping me help you, I'm just going to keep giving you some more messages. All right. So let's see who else is here. Oops, that didn't work. Bum, bum, bum. All right. All right. All right. Who is this? Oh, I didn't even see the name. I just clicked a button.
Hello.
Hi. I didn't even see your name. I just clicked a button. Who am I talking to?
Christina.
Hi. Who are you looking to connect with, Christina?
My boyfriend.
Okay. Okay. You don't sound like you're crying, but the energy feels like I just heard him. He's like, give her a second. Give her a second.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor, hun. I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Wow. Okay. Slow down, slow down, slow down. All right, puzzle dump. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so he's coming on really strong and really fast. So here we go. Right away, as he comes forward, I get tingles all over my face. The tingles are a sign of disfiguration or that I did not look in death the way I did in life. I feel sudden, unexpected, or impact. Now, I don't know if that's actually accident or if that I'm feeling the impact of his passing, but I can definitely feel this was absolutely not expected at this moment, at this time. I do get some spinning thoughts, and it almost feels like this is accident because I feel like I'm spinning. I take a breath, I'm on the other side. But he's also showing me that he's all in one piece on that side, and he's totally okay over there. I promise I'm okay over here. I promise I'm okay. And sometimes they will show me that if there was trauma to the body, or I'm not exactly sure. I get an emphasis again on the spinning thoughts, which can mean a few different things. Sometimes that's depression or substance in some way. But then as all of that is being said, all I hear is, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it feels like this was not supposed to be the way it was supposed to go. And then I just feel that impact again. And I got to try to slow him down. And I smell cigarette smoke. So again, like it's been a cigarette smoke kind of night. So if he didn't smoke, he's with the smoker.
No, he smoked.
Okay, see what I'm saying?
He was a chain smoker.
So he's like, should have been your first clue we might be connecting tonight. How do you understand this? Why am I seeing the spinning? Is this some kind of accidental overdose, or it doesn't really feel like overdose, but at the same time, my throat is burning. That I take a deep breath, I'm spinning, I'm on the other side. How do you understand this?
Um, he uh, he went in for surgery, came out of surgery, and then went back into surgery, and he never came out of the second surgery.
I got ya.
Yeah.
So this is why the puzzle dump is so important, because it's confusing to me sometimes when they take me through it that way. But after you explain it to me, it makes perfect sense to me, because what he needs you to know is that his last memory is that last breath. You know, when they put you out, that's what I'm
Yeah.
feeling here. That's why it doesn't feel really painful. I just feel like I take a deep breath and then I'm on the other side. Like I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any trauma. Was this surgery on his heart?
No, it was his intestines.
I do know that he's taking me to the torso area, but and I don't feel like we were expecting him to pass from the surgery. That's why I feel the impact from this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was sudden.
Slow that down. My ear keeps ringing as I do this or as I'm talking. Have you been experiencing that high pitched ear ring? Do you know what I'm talking about? That ear ringing sound recently?
Uh, yeah,
That's his energy. I'll give you this. This man was so in love with you and did not expect to go. I feel like I was cheated. It's like, what the heck? I love this girl. When you say my boyfriend, he's like my wife. Let's get it right. This is my girl. Like I feel pride around and this huge amount of love coming through to you. How long were you guys together? Because it doesn't feel like I got long enough with you, is the energy that's coming through.
um, 4 years.
It's not nearly long enough. And as you said that, he got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? Like that's his biggest regret, is that he didn't actually marry you.
Yeah,
Has he been on the other side for a couple of years now?
yeah, 2 years coming up in a month.
Alignment, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's talking about you being able to move on. slow this down. Have you started dating already?
No.
That's why he's talking about moving on. That's why I'm hearing this high pitched sound in my ear. Okay, so let me say this better. So, if you've ever seen me read before, and I think earlier tonight we've gotten into this a little bit about how a lot grief and pain around somebody's passing makes it harder for us to interpret their energy, right? And so,
Right.
as we kind of saw in the readings before, as soon as they get us laughing and stuff, it makes it easier for me to connect to them, right? So,
Right.
what's this gentleman's name? I don't want to call him your. It's confusing for me. I'm calling him your boyfriend. He's like chastising me and calling himself your husband, and it's getting confusing in my head. What's his name?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Brendan.
Brendan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me. So what's going on is his energy is trying to come through so high vibrational that you're picking it up in your ear as a high vibrational ringing sound. He's trying to bust through the grief and let you know that he's still with you. And he really wants to try to align you with somebody in your world that's going to love you because you deserve that. It feels like this was my true love. And it's almost like I feel like I lost my true love and that nobody else will ever he's literally playing the song by Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You.
Yeah. We are pretty much soulmates. Yeah.
He said that's never going to change, honey. That's never going to change. He's still going to be around you. He's always going to find a way to communicate with you. He even got you to connect with someone like me. I don't
Yeah.
think, I don't know if you do this thing all the time or if this is kind of a new thing, but he's taking some credit for this. So I don't know if he's taking credit for aligning you with me specifically or the fact that he got you here and you don't usually watch mediums, but he's like, I did that. I did that.
Okay.
You know what that means?
No.
Do you okay, so let me help with this. Because they don't care if you don't understand that, it's not like they go, "Oh, okay, move on." No, they double down on that. So, how long have you been watching me here?
Couple months or whenever you came on from Facebook.
Right. And have you been following other readers for a while? Like, do you watch mediums and stuff? Like, is this kind of your jive?
Uh, I have since he passed.
Okay. Okay. See, that's what I
Yeah.
mean when I say they're talking to you, not me. He's talking about aligning you, that was him that got you here. And so,
Okay.
even if that is after he passed, he's been getting you involved with people like me. See, I'm trying to figure out what the heck he's talking about. It's him that has been aligning you on this path because since he passed, you've had by watching different mediums and different people in this genre, you've learned a lot about spirituality and your own gifts, it feels like. Oh, that's why your ear's ringing too. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. I think
No.
you're a bit of a light worker yourself. You've got some gifts and abilities yourself. So they're getting you ready to be ready as well.
Yeah. I'm just kind of blocked right now.
That's pain. He said that's why we gotta set her up, man. She just he's funny. Brendan just I'm not gonna repeat what he just said, but let me just tell you. He's trying to be funny, I think, to raise the vibration and get you laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, I just gotta say it. Forgive me, you guys. Plug your children's ears. He said, babe, you just need to get laid. You need to lighten up. You need to know I'm here. We need to get you in love with somebody, feeling good again. Get you feeling invested in life again. And as soon as you have the color coming back into your world again, you're gonna be able to connect with your gifts. I hope I didn't offend you here, because I
No,
just
I'm laughing.
say what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah. No, I'm just laughing. It sounds like him.
That's what he would say, right? This is how we get
Yeah.
my girl happy. I know how to make her happy. This is how you do it. That's why he's already trying to set you up.
Yeah.
Why? He's taken me to Christmas.
Okay.
Do you have something on the tree for him?
N
No, it
no,
doesn't.
I don't have a Christmas tree.
Is that just since he passed?
No, actually.
So why would he be putting a Christmas tree and making me feel his presence at Christmas? So if you don't actually celebrate with a tree, do you, okay, let me ask you this. See, they're talking to you, not me, and I'm trying to make it make sense. They're puzzle pieces, right?
Right.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
No, I celebrate Yule.
You celebrate what?
Yule.
I don't, okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that
Winter
is.
solstice.
Okay.
It's the
So that,
same time of year as winter solstice.
okay. Whatever you call it. I don't have it in my library. I've never heard, that's a new one for me. It's not like Jewish. It's not like, it's not a religion. It's, what is it? Yule.
Yule is basically celebrated by pagans.
Oh, that's why. Okay. This is your new spiritual journey that you've been on since he passed.
Sort of. Yeah.
Deepening.
Yeah.
I got ya. So, whatever your sign for Christmas is, you whatever it is, he's taking
Right.
me there and showing me pinning like a Christmas ball on the tree. Now, when they do that to me, because they can only show me what's in my library, is
Yeah.
their way of letting you know that they're with you on that day and that they know that you're remembering them on that day. That there's something that you have done, or either you're speaking to them or you've gotten. See, normally I would say you've gotten ornaments, put them on the tree. However, you understand that, his soul is present with you on that day.
Okay.
And it's not an accident. It's not just generic. You notice how they didn't bring me to Christmas for anyone else. There's a reason why he's taking me there. Is there another special date on or around that time? Because I keep getting two dates close together.
Well, that's because probably Yule's on December 20th, 21st and Christmas is on the 25th.
Oh.
That's
So
the only
you
thing I could think of.
so you mean actual winter solstice.
Yeah.
So you'll have to forgive me because I have zero pagan in my library up here, unfortunately. So I there's got to be something that you guys do around that time of year, or that you do that celebrates this new, the winter solstice or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not taking
Yeah.
me away from that. He goes, I'm there. I'm celebrating with you. It's important that you understand that he's with you at that time. And it feels like because it's an important time for you.
Okay. I can't pinpoint what date that would
Do
be,
you
but
spend a lot of that time alone, hun?
yeah.
That's why. See, here's the thing, your loved ones are not gone. They're still with you. And if you spend those holidays alone, you can call it winter solstice or Yule or whatever you want. It's a time of year that when you spend it alone, we feel isolated more than we do any other time. And so, and I can't know that, right? I can't know that you would spend that time of year alone or
Right.
mostly isolated, but he does. So
Yeah.
he's making sure that you know you are not alone during that time. His soul is with you.
Okay.
As we say this, he's like, he goes, okay, I'm not quite done yet. He goes, I'll give you a couple little validations, but he's not joking when he says he wants to align you with somebody in your world that's going to help make you happy again, because he's doing everything he can to try to cut through the pain of his passing. Here's something, let me put it to you this way. If you're a highly psychic individual, and I feel like you are possibly are, which is why these messages are coming through this way. He's talking about you, on your spiritual path. He can see things from that side that he couldn't see here in the physical world, right?
Okay.
And I see your abilities opening up. I can feel it, right? I can also feel you, like you said, you're blocking them. It's
Yeah.
almost like you're afraid to open up, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay, say that. Slow down. What he wants you to know is that blocking them just makes the pain worse. That sometimes people are afraid to own their abilities or to double down in their abilities, to figure them out and to explore them because that world seems really scary. Remember in the beginning, I said there's a lot of non physical energies around us all over the place?
Yeah.
And a lot of different types of non physical energies, isn't there?
Yeah.
When you open your senses, you're very aware of all that around you, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I want you to know, though, that understanding and learning to use your abilities is how you protect yourself. You can't protect yourself if you don't understand it.
Right.
And he's got your back on that side. He's showing me things in your life I can't know that I don't even have in my library to understand, yet he found a way to get me to say it in a way that makes sense to you. He's watching over you on that side and here and trying to guide you through your pain to help you get to a place where you can feel better and become the person that you're meant to be. You have gifts in this world, but you have to dedicate yourself to feeling better. Like, make that, I say dedicate yourself to feeling better because you have to literally practice feeling better when we're in grief like this. He's like literally showing me Dave Coulier from um Full House. Oh, I'm dating myself right now. Have you ever seen that show, Full House?
Yeah.
You know Dave Coulier? Cut it out. As he's pulling his energy back, I see my symbol for the tombstone, but I think he was cremated because I see this, which is my ashes being spread or with the people that I love. But then I also hear, but I'm not stuck in one spot. I'm with everybody.
I'm sorry. Yes, he was cremated, and we spread his ashes in multiple places.
Okay, there we go. Because he's like showing me he's with everybody.
Yeah, and here's the funny part about that is that his daughter threw it in the air and got me right in the face. Yep. So his ashes are, yep, with everybody.
Aw. He's like, of course they did because you were the apple of his eye. See,
Yeah.
they speak very symbolically in his love. He's like, even in death, I'm coming right back to you. I'm not gone. You thought you got rid of me? In your eye. There's so many jokes that he's thrown at me with that symbolism there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think he wants you to really get good at your gifts because you have a lot of people that you can help. I can hear the souls behind you. Now, when I'm connecting with somebody and I can hear souls behind them praying, that means that you might not be in a place where you can help people with your gifts yet, but Spirit knows that you're on the journey to be able to do that. So you have souls behind you that are helping you now because they know you're going to help them later.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Put that down. As he's pulling his energy back, he shows me the heart going around. Now, you said his daughter was there?
Yeah.
When you said daughter, I saw the heart go around the two of you. And as he's pulling his energy back, I see my symbol for pride and gratitude. So the heart is my symbol for reconnection and healing. And I feel very grateful. Do you stay in contact with his daughter?
I stay in contact with all of his kids.
He's thanking you for that. He knows about that, and he's thanking you for that. And he's like, "Get good at your gifts so that we can connect and we can talk all the time. You got to get happy because every time my energy comes around and you feel me, if you get sad, then you miss the message. He can't keep getting close to you if it's going to make you cry every time you think of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So when he gets close, no, or when you start thinking about him, it means that he's right beside you. So ask him what the heck he wants. And he changed the music station. He goes, "That is me. I'm going to keep doing that to you." Oh, he's talking to you in music. I feel like you're
Yeah.
trying to push him out of your head. And he's like, I'm coming back in. And he's changing the music station to whatever song will remind you of him.
Yeah, that's why I turned off the radio.
See, don't do that. Listen, your loved ones are pure energy, and when they're in front of you, you're gonna feel their present. You're gonna feel their presence through your thoughts, through your memories. You're gonna see somebody that looks like them. You're gonna smell something that reminds you of them. You're gonna hear a song that reminds you of them. Now, if you tell yourself they're dead and gone in that moment, you're gonna feel the pain of that. And then what happens is your loved one won't get so close that you can feel that presence all the time because they don't want to hurt you. So they have to love you from a distance so that you can't kind of smell their energy. You following me? Now,
Oh yeah.
if he gets right close to you and you smell him or he turns on that radio and instead of turning it off because you're sad, you go, "Oh, you're here. What do you want? What are you doing here? What, like, I'm so glad you're here visiting with me." And when you ask him, why is he here? You're going to start thinking, you're going to feel the thought in your head. And if it's not clear, then say, "Send me the sign that is so big that I can't miss it, that I will know exactly what you want me to know. There's a reason why you're here. What do you want to tell me?" And then you will get the next piece of the connection, of the communication. They can't speak as instantaneously as you and I can, but they speak with like breadcrumbs. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
And you're really gifted. So if you get sad every time he comes around, then he can't keep coming around and he's not going to keep hurting you. He'll wait for you to heal. That's why he's trying to hook you up so that you'll heal better and then you can hear him better.
Yeah.
Because soul hasn't left you. He's talking to you all the time, but he doesn't want to hurt you either. So he'll be forced to love from a distance if he causes you pain every time. So the next time you're in the car and that song comes on, ask him what he wants.
Okay.
Now, you say he was a chain smoker and he just gave you the book, The Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr, which is how I quit smoking a number of years ago. Are you a smoker too, hun?
Yeah. But that book is a joke between him and I.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they'll pick out whatever they have to in my library. Can I know the joke? Or is that he's like, no?
Nah, that's still between him and I.
Just know that that's what I mean when I say they're talking to you, not me. And for him to give you that specific of an inside joke that you won't even tell me, and I know that you got it, just know that his soul is with you. He has not left you. Keep talking to him and keep telling him what you need, and he will keep lining you up with people, and with situations and with whatever it is that you need.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope that was helpful, hun.
It was. It was very much helpful. Thank you.
You have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know how to hang it up?
No.
Okay, well, I can do that. I
Okay,
learned that
thank you.
much. All right, take care, hun. All right, let's do another one. I feel like I don't know who's here, but my stomach started hurting. Interesting. I can hear mama, 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 mama. I don't know if I have a mom, a child, I'm not sure. So remember, you got to share the live and then you got to comment shared and comment who you want to focus on. Interesting. Holly Santos, 136. Holly Santos, 136, shared times 10. Thank you. Carlos, my husband. There's been a lot of husbands coming through today. Oh, look at how quick you were. That is awesome. Forgot your name. It's Holly. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Holly?
Yes?
You've got to turn me down in the background, honey.
Okay. Okay, you're down now.
There we go. Hello. How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. You're like, I'm okay. And then the energy here, he's like, me too. We did it. I feel like he's been like trying to help you do this. It's like, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Got really hot in here really quick. Is your first name Holly, hun?
Yes.
Okay. My breathing's breaking up. It's your husband you want to talk to, sweetie?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor for me, hun.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling them all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly through the phone towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Aw, okay. So this gentleman steps forward in a suit with a giant bouquet of flowers. Like, I feel like this man is decked out. Right away, took me to the breath, like so many of them have. Takes me to the breath. I feel like sudden, unexpected, or traumatic passing. I don't know if this is heart attack. I just know everything happens really quick and I'm on the other side. He's definitely jumping up and down, showing me mobility. But what's interesting is I felt some pain in my stomach. They will always take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. So I'm not sure. I almost feel like I have back labor, like in my stomach and in my back, and then spinning. I take a deep breath. I'm on the other side. But what's interesting is he's coming through in a suit with like flowers, and he's telling me to tell you to remember him like this. I want you to see me like this. I'm a good looking man. Remember me like this. We'll get to the flowers in a second. I don't know if it's your anniversary or something. He missed a special occasion, but he's definitely not showing up empty handed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Sorry?
he passed with suddenly with a heart attack.
Okay.
In February.
I can feel the quick, sudden, that's what it makes me think. Heart, of course. But what's interesting about heart attacks sometimes is that see, I didn't know this about heart attacks until I started doing this work. Obviously, I'd never had a heart attack before, but sometimes they feel like indigestion or just unwell for a little while before this actually comes on, and they don't know what that is. He's taken me to like this indigestion feeling or this pain in my stomach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was early in the morning, and he was in bed, and he got up, and he was very restless, and he ran to the bathroom and was sick to his stomach, and then came back to bed and fell out of bed and died.
Thank you. I mean, not thank you that he's passed, but thank you for validating that.
Yeah.
And that's...
So he was sick to his tummy.
Yeah, that's why he's emphasizing that for me. This is what is so important about the puzzle dump, is that it might not make sense to me in the very beginning. He did say, too, I passed from the heart, like from the chest, but I had this pain and I got ill before I passed. And then he's standing there dressed in the suit and looking handsome and wanting you to know that he doesn't want you to remember him in that state. He doesn't want you to keep viewing that over and over and over in your head. He needs you to know that he's so thankful that you were there with him. He didn't want to traumatize you with those last memories, but he's got so much gratitude that you were with him in those moments when he transitioned.
Okay. At least he was, I keep thinking at least he wasn't by himself, right?
Exactly. He was not by himself.
He could have been driving or who knows.
I just feel unconditional love. He said, you have to know that my last memories was of being unconditionally loved. I see 20 years. How long were you guys married, hon?
It will be 25 this year.
This year, and it's coming up?
In September.
I'm telling you, this man is stepping forward with 25 roses. That's why I see a bushel of roses.
Oh,
The rose is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. But your husband stood up in a suit with an entire bushel of roses. And that's, so if it's 25 years, he goes, that's why I got so many roses. He's not missing your anniversary. He will be there.
oh, I wish he was here though, physically, but
He's like, I might not be there physically, but I will be there emotionally. I will be there energetically. That's why he's aligned you with me now, even though your anniversary is not till September. That gives you some time to practice communicating with him.
true.
There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. That's why it's not an accident in the order that they align these messages in, because they want you to hear all the messages ahead of this one so that you can hear how they communicate and how they line you up at the right moment at the right time to receive the message that they need you to get.
Okay. Before my mom passed 2 years ago, and I always wanted to kind of communicate with her with.
Oh, she's there too. What's really interesting, so I was going to go to her before you even said that, because, and this is what I love about Spirit, is that if you were watching the live right before I connected with you, I was like, I keep feeling a mom. Like, I feel like I'm hearing mom, mom, mom. And then I chose the lady who said husband.
Wow.
Because what I love about this is that this is how you know for sure that I'm not picking people in the comments that match the energy that I want to match. I'm picking the people that Spirit is telling me. Spirit chooses. So even though I could feel your mom's energy before I connected to your husband, your husband was the one that, do you guys have kids together, honey?
Yeah, we have one daughter.
Do you remember how I said that there's been a father figure that's been here this whole time that has been very graciously directing and helping everybody through the whole thing? He said, you gotta wait, it's not my turn yet. I gotta wait, she needs to hear these messages first. It's been your husband this entire time.
Wow. Because he never really, he thought I was kind of crazy listening to people who were psychic. And then I think, now, because he's not here, he'll come through because he knows I'm open for it.
Not only that, he did one better. He's helping you facilitate it on the other side, and he helped me tonight. That's his way of saying, you were right, babe. You were right. Now your mom's like, all right, get out of here, old man. Now she's jumping up and down. Your mom is so excited about her mobility. She needs you to know that she can move, she can run, she can do everything again. Was she slowing down mobility-wise before she passed?
Yes, very much so.
She also took me to the head, and I felt like a lot of head pain right before she passed.
She was 93, and she was, I think she was just dying of old age. She was in palliative care, and she had kind of breathing heart issues, I think. I mean, they don't really, it was kind of confusing, but I think her age and everything, but in the end, she wasn't really talking to us much the last week before she passed.
That's where my headache's coming from, is the not really, pardon?
Yeah, she wasn't really talking to us, so that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, she wasn't talking very much because, have you ever seen a woman in labor?
Yeah.
Are we sitting there chit-chatting away to everybody? We're like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
We focus on controlling the pain. Your mom was not one to complain, was she?
Not at all.
That's
Not at all.
She was focusing, honey. She is okay. And I'm telling you, she has so much relief to be reconnected with your dad. It's not even funny. I saw the yellow rose, which is either the symbol that they were separated before they passed, or he was her best friend, because it's friendship. And they have showed me the heart reunited around the two of them, that they are together on that side.
Yeah, he passed when I was 16.
See?
That's the same thing my husband did, actually.
What do you mean?
He died of a heart attack, too, when I was 16, so...
I got ya.
It wasn't they were separated because they loved each other very much.
Yes, they did. She's bringing him forward as well. Your dad has not missed a single moment of your life. Just know that. And your husband has met your dad on the other side.
Oh,
I just see the handshake, and your dad's a really cool guy. He's like, thanks, boy. Thanks for taking care of her.
That makes me so happy.
Now, your daughter, here, you have one daughter?
Yeah.
I hear wedding bells around her. So I don't know if that means that she just got married, because I'm talking to your parents, or she's getting married, but I definitely hear wedding bells around her.
Okay, she's 20. She'll be 21 in October. And
so she's not married yet.
She's not married, but she does have a boyfriend, so...
Please I don't know. Well, I know exactly what that means, because as you said that, your husband has said, I will be there. I will be there. Let her know I will be there. And I can feel her thoughts. Like, how am I ever going to go through this without my dad here? He's not going to miss a single moment of her life. Not a single moment.
She says that he comes to her.
He comes to her in her dreams?
Yeah. He never tells me what he says or anything, but I always feel so jealous.
Well, let me tell you why. This is why we're connecting, because here's the thing about dreams, is that dreams are very literal interpretations of how you feel about your physical reality. So the dead have to be very careful when they come to us in a dream, because if you're not healed enough, then when they try to come to you in your dream, your pain will distort that dream, and you will see it through a painful perspective. Now, I'll give you a real world example of this. I had a lady come to see me once, and her mom died of a heart attack right in front of her a month before she came to see me. And when she came to see me, she was in full-blown tears, and she's like, my mom, ever since my mom died a month ago, I've been having this dream that she is chasing me with a knife and trying to kill me. And I need to know why she's mad at me, because my mom was my best friend in the physical world, and losing her was so hard on me, and I need to know why she keeps trying to kill me. Why is she mad at me? Here's the thing, and this is what I said to her. I'm like, sweetie, your mom is not mad at you, but you feel like your mom's death killed you. So when you dream, you see it as she's killing you.
I see.
But all that means is that her mom loved her so much, she kept trying to come back. She didn't care if she was distorting it. She's like, figure it out, girl. Go see a psychic medium. Go see somebody to help you clarify this. I don't care. I'll torture you until you figure it out. I'm okay. Your mom is taking the other approach, and she's like, I'm waiting for you to get okay before I try to come to you, because I don't want you to distort it. I don't want you to wake up from that dream and feel my loss all over again. I want you to be able to wake up from a dream knowing that I visited you and feel excited that we got to visit.
Okay,
they don't want to hurt you. Does that make sense?
It does, because I'm still having a very hard time.
That's why she sent you to me, honey. That's why she sent you to me, because I specialize in teaching you that she's not gone. I know they're not still here in the physical, but let me ask you this. If your mom moved to Germany and you could never physically wrap your arms around her again, would you be like, well, you're dead and gone. Bye.
No.
No, you would just find another way to communicate, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you got to do now. That's what she is doing now. She's teaching you her language. She's giving you tea. I literally feel like we're sitting down for tea. Well, could be coffee, but it feels like tea. I'm seeing the afternoon teas I used to have with my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom
Yeah,
liked teas, hey?
Yes.
You want to feel your mom's presence. This is what you do. You have a cup of tea. And instead of having a cup of tea and going, oh, this hurts so much, I remember my mom, you go, Mom, let's have a cup of tea. And you sit down and you have a cup of tea with her and you go, okay, Ma, if you're here, send me a sign. Watch that bird show up on your window and start knocking on your window. Watch you go into the bathroom a couple minutes later and find a dime on the floor. Something like that. You understand? She will show up in your reality. And the more that you do that and the more those signs keep showing up, the more it will become mathematically impossible to pass off as fluke, random, or chance. You will feel her presence and you will start understanding not just their language. But if every time they come around and you feel their presence, you tell yourself they're dead and gone, you're going to feel the pain of that. You're not going to be able to feel their communication. Does that make sense?
It does.
So that's why she sent you to me, not just her. Your husband's like not letting her take credit for that. He's like, I sent you to her and I brought them with me, he says. Please let your daughter know that. So here's the thing. As you get good at connecting with him and them, I should say, and understanding the signs and symbols they send your way, and you teach your daughter to do the same, then when she does get married, those important events in her world, you're going to see evidence of his presence everywhere you go.
I can't wait. I just have to get stronger, I guess. I miss him so much.
I know, honey. I wish there was something I could say that would be able to bring them back in a physical way. The best I can do is teach you how to connect with them and communicate with them in the non-physical. Do you still have his ashes, hon?
Yes.
Because he told me to tell you that you can hold on to those as long as you need. You don't have to figure out anything to do with them right now. You just keep them with you as long as you need.
Okay.
It's almost like you've been trying to figure out if you should spread them, if you should, like, I don't know. Feels like you've been trying to think about what do I do with these? And he's like, you just keep them. Don't worry about what anybody else says. You just keep them as long as you want to keep them.
Yeah, he's born in Portugal, and all his family's in Portugal, which is kind of difficult because I don't speak their language.
Yeah.
But our nephew, one of his brother's sons, I have been communicating with, so I requested to make little pots, and my daughter and I were going to go to Portugal and spread some of his ashes there. So maybe that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Till we're ready.
When you're ready. That's exactly it. He's like, when you're ready. You keep me here with you as long as you need. And even when you said we're going to go there and spread some of them, he goes, you don't have to spread all of them. Let me show you something. Stay right where you are for just a second. I want to show you guys something.
Okay, I'm not on live though now.
Well, you'll see it when we're done because just so you know, and anybody that's watching, these readings are I'm download them after and upload them to YouTube. So if you find my YouTube channel, which is just my name, then you'll see your videos there and you can watch them and share them with whoever you want.
Oh, okay.
So when my dad passed, his new wife, who was only in his world for the last few years of his world, wouldn't give me his ashes. All I got was this tiny little dime bag, and it was not even full. It was like up to here. It's like halfway full. And I was lucky to get that. She wouldn't let me have any more than that. So all I wanted was I wanted all of his ashes so I could bury him with my grandma. My grandma's buried in Ontario, and they both died on the exact same day, May 13th. My grandma died May 13th, 2010. My dad died May 13th, 2021. So that's my grandma's way of letting me know she came to get my dad. And so all I wanted was to put his ashes with her. And so this was all I got, but I was going to do the best I could with this. So I drove all the way to Ontario, and I intended to put this entire bag in, like I dug a little hole in her grave where her gravestone is, right next to it, and I was going to dump this whole bag in it. But as I picked it up, you know what's in here? I can feel a tooth or a bone or something like that. And I know that sounds freaking morbid, but it's like, you know what? That's my dad. Like I can feel that right there. It's right freaking there. It's a tooth. I can feel it. It's like that's my dad's kiss right there. It's like you can't have all those ashes. I'm going to keep some of them with me. Grandma, you can have half of it. I know I only got a dime bag, but you get half and I get half. And I did the same thing. I kept this half with me. And your husband is like showing me the same thing. He's like, you know what? My ashes can be there with them and it can be here with you. So even if you get out there and you get the same impulse, like my intention was to go there and spread all his ashes. And when I got there, I was like, nope, not happening. So if that happens with you too, just know that he supports whatever choice you want to make.
His mom passed in August last year. And I think that was very hard for him. So in Portugal, they bury the people for, I think it's 5 years. And then they dig them up and then they put them in the wall, their bones. And my wish is that he would be with his mom too. It's funny you say that, but I've said that all along. So that was part of my wish, that he could be with his mommy.
So do you see how spirit talks? This is how they communicate. I have never once ever, I've been doing this work for 10 years, I've never brought out my dad's ashes before. I don't even think I've ever told that story before. But your husband is digging that out of my brain and telling me to tell that story because he knows that you're going to be able to get the message out of that he needs you to get. And so if you have been thinking about putting some of his ashes with his mom, he's like, don't worry, you can keep some for yourself as well.
Okay.
See? Very specific.
Yeah, but I have honestly, I've said that to our nephew, that I'd like some of them to go with your grandma.
So know that he knows that, and he found a way for me to tell that story so that he can give you not permission, but his blessing and his gratitude for the way that you have gone above and beyond to lay him to his physical body to rest, but his non-physical body, his consciousness, his soul is still with you. He's still communicating with you. He's still connecting with you. He's got to meet your dad. He's got to meet your mom. Well, I think he knew your mom here in the physical world. But they've reconnected on that side, and he's still communicating with you here in the physical world. So you keep talking to him, tell him what you need to see, tell him to be specific with the signs and symbols that you're asking from him so you will recognize them when they show up. But most importantly, just know that there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. There is no such thing. Spirit speaks through alignment and synchronicity, just like with that story. It's not an accident or chance that I randomly told that story about my dad. When you're thinking about putting your husband's ashes with his mom too, that's not an accident. That's how Spirit speaks. That's his energy, his conscious energy. He is not gone. He is still with you. And if you tell him the sign that you want to see and then it shows up, I promise you're going to feel that in ways more than you have felt that since he was here in the physical world. And if you do that with your mom as well and you get excited every time you feel their energy around you, you get happy and you talk to them, they're going to show up and talk to you all the time. The only reason they don't talk to a lot of you is because every time they show up and they make their presence known, you cry and you feel pain and you tell yourself they're dead and gone. And so they love from a distance because they don't want to hurt you.
Maybe this will help because now,
Now
you're
you're going to...
saying
Yeah,
you're saying things I wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
But I know that makes sense to me. So one sign, does he send signs in the sky?
Yes.
Like why?
It's funny you're saying that because they've been showing me the same signs all day. Sky and birds, sky and birds, sky and birds.
Okay, I know that there's a blue jay. We used to feed the blue jays on the deck, and he would come every morning, and it'd be like, okay, is that you? I would say that. Is that you?
Yeah.
And then I go, this is crazy thinking that. But a lot of the times I'll see, you know how an airplane will leave a line in the sky? I often think that's him flying off to a beach somewhere. Because he always wanted to go to a beach.
Well, then you have to go to a beach, because here's the thing about our loved ones. We think that when they're in spirit, they can go wherever they want and do whatever they want. But that's not how it works. They're bound to us. You know how people think that places are haunted and that a soul will like haunt a building? Very rarely is that the case. To be honest, those are usually other non-physical entities that are in that building, because a soul, when they pass, they're instantaneously in love, light, and peace. And they go where you go. They are attached to the love bonds. They only stay, the only time that you see somebody haunt a building is if they are in love with that building, is if that building is like all of their joy and their love and their memories, or maybe they're confused, or they died in that and they don't know they're dead, something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So when you said he liked beaches and the planes, he's like, no, that doesn't mean that I'm on the beach. That means that I want you to go to the beach, because if you're all flying on the beach, I'm there with you, because where you go, I go. He's bound by the love bonds.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I thought they could go wherever where they could go.
Now, this is why they want you to do the things that they used to do when they were here in the physical world. When you do the things they used to do, they're right there with you. They're experiencing it through you. It's just that they experience things in the non-physical from the non-physical perspective, kind of like you experience your neighbor's steak in a non-physical perspective. So what I mean by that is that when your neighbor puts a steak on the barbecue, you're not there physically seeing it, you're not there physically touching it, hearing it sizzle, nothing like that. But yet every person for a 3-block radius is experiencing that steak. They can smell it. They can taste it. You can see it in your mind's eye. You can hear the sizzle in your mind's eye. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
That is non-physical energy. And so your husband is and your loved ones on the other side are experiencing life through you just like that. It's not exactly the same as if you're sitting there eating that steak yourself, but you get the gist of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you do his favorite things, he's right there with you.
Okay.
And he's never going to stop talking to you. So he's only been gone since February.
Yeah.
Was this right after Valentine's or right before?
Before.
That's why he's in the suit too.
2 days before, yeah.
Oh, honey. He's so with you. He's all dressed up too. He's like, don't forget how handsome I am. And when you get up here, you're going to have a young man. Like, he feels young. He doesn't feel like he's like 70 or anything. This man feels like late 40s, maybe 50s.
Oh, that's good, because he would have been 60 this year.
Oh, wow. Let me tell you. Did he look young for his age?
In some ways, yeah. His hair he's always had like salt and pepper hair for a long time, even when he was younger. You know what I mean? We were together for 34 years, so.
Oh, honey. It's funny, when you say he's always had salt and pepper hair, I saw dark hair on that side. I saw dark hair.
Oh, yes. When I first met him, he had like black hair, and he hated black hair.
What he's showing you is that when you get over there, he's gone back to the age he was when you thought he was the most handsome.
I thought he was handsome when he died.
He's like, I'm not dead, my girl. I'm not dead. I'm still here.
Okay. I know. I guess in time that will get better, will it?
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so. I've been going to church since his passing, and it helps me feel
connection to God, a connection to a higher power. See, God is just the force of good. I like to say that God is just good, or good is just God extended. Good and God, it's almost the same word. It's just extended.
Yeah.
So going to church helps you feel closer to the consciousness of good, and that's where he is. He's in God.
Because when he was born, he was never baptized for various reasons, I guess. And it always bothered me that he wouldn't make it to heaven because he wasn't baptized. But if he's with my mom and dad, then he is in heaven.
Oh, he is absolutely in heaven, sweetheart. He is absolutely with you and on. Let me say this better. When you said he is in heaven, he said, heaven is right here, sweetie. It's right here. It's not up there in the sky. It's just another dimension in front of you that you can't see with your physical eyes, but it is right here in front of you.
Okay.
There
Well,
is.
that makes me feel so much joy. You have no idea.
He jumped on your bed. He goes, don't make me haunt you, because I can haunt you. Ask her. Oh, yes, they can. Trust me. Spirit shenanigans, I call them. He's like jumping on your bed. Have you woken up and felt somebody pushing on your bed or felt something on your bed?
Yeah, I usually wake up about the time he passed, and we have a cat, and he usually sleeps there, but I don't know, sometimes I'll just wake up and it'll be like, oh, what? Like, maybe that is why I'm waking. You know what I mean?
He's pushing on the bed. He's trying to let you know that he's there. And oftentimes they'll do that after they pass. You'll find yourself waking up in the middle of the night. It's not the witching hour. Don't let anybody convince you anything negative like that. What it is that when your soul is sleeping, when well, let me say that better. When your body is sleeping and your body is relaxed, all of that pain and distorted energy gets pushed down, and it's just calm and it's quiet. And so they will try, they will access that quiet to come in and be able to connect with you. And I think because he passed in the middle of the night, I think what he needs, he knows that if you wake up at that time, your first thought is him.
Yeah.
So he's waking you up at that to remind you that he's still there, because you're calm and you can immediately feel his presence. You're not go, 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 go. When we're in our daily lives, our brain is going so fast that we don't always pick up their energy presence. But when they wake you up at the same time that he passed at, their first thought is automatically his presence. That's not to remind you of his passing again. It's to remind you that he's with you now. The next time that you wake up at that time, I want you to tell him, what was his first name?
Carlos.
I want you to say, hi, Carlos, thank you for letting me know you're here. And then I want you to just feel the love that embraces your entire body. You just felt it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
That right there. That's why they say love is always in your heart. You have them in your heart forever. Because when you close your eyes right now, you can feel his voice, his unique vibration. That's in your heart. It lives there forever. And he will always be able to communicate with you through that. I can't hear it because that's what I mean. He's bound by the love bonds. Only the people who love him can hear that. Nobody outside of those love bonds can connect to that vibration anymore. Only you can. And it's very real.
Wow.
So keep talking to him. And I know it's not the same as when he was here in the physical world, but it's better than being gone forever. And as you go through these next stages with your daughter and in her life, just know that your husband's soul is not missing a single beat of it. He's like giving, if he was still here, he's like, I feel like the tradition here, I'm giving them my blessing. Like, I feel like it's important to him that he gives his daughter his blessing for this young man. If that's the young man she wants to marry, he gives her his blessing. There feels like a traditional thing there. Like, it's important that she knows Daddy approves.
Okay.
And he's really proud of her for the way that she has stuck by you recently, trying to help you through this. Slow this down. Did she just move?
No, but no.
She's still living with you?
She's still at home, yeah. She's gone to see a friend in St. Catharines.
Oh, shut up. That's where I was born. That's my hometown.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah. Her friend is down there. she went to school there, but she didn't like it, so she left, came home, and then this happened. And I know that at his funeral, one of his friends said, "Your dad really wanted you to get an education. That's very important." That was an odd thing for him to say at a funeral, but so she's going back in the fall to college, but she's going to get a degree, and I'm very proud of her for doing.
He's going to be there with her every step of the way, but he's very glad that she moved. I'm seeing the move. That's the move he's talking about. I'm seeing gratitude for the move. And I'm like, what do you mean grateful for the move? And so she moved back home right before he passed?
Yeah, like the September. You know what I mean? Like it was, or I guess like it's a year ago she moved back, but yeah.
He's really happy that she's there.
He was here with me, thank God, when it all happened.
Thank God. That's exactly it. Because as much as it sucks that he's on that side right now, every soul comes here for a purpose. And as hard as it is for us to understand that we all exit and come at different times, it's always at the right time. And the fact is that he is with God on that side and still here with you guys here. And when the time is right, he's like, I don't know. You've got, see, hear me arguing with him in my head. Sorry, that's what that is. That's why I sound like an Ewok right now. I'm like, no, dude, don't say that. He's like, you say what I want you to say. And I'm like, He's talking about one day that you will be able to love again. And as I'm saying that, I'm like, I'm not telling this grieving widow, you've been gone like less than 6 months. He's like, I want her to be okay. I want her to know that she's going to love again and that this pain will ease. But at the same time, I feel your stubbornness, like it could take you a while to heal from this because he is the love of your life.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
He's like, and don't you forget it. He's like, I'm the best looking.
And you would say that.
He's making me feel like he wasn't very tall, but he made up with it in his face.
Yeah, we were about the same height.
How tall is he?
About 5'5", 5'6".
That's exactly, because as he's like saying to me, he's like, Tracy, I wasn't that tall, but that's okay, because I was a good looking man.
Yeah, he'd always say, I'm taller than you. And I go, well, no, I think I'm taller than you. Get off your tippy toes.
So he's still cracking height jokes as he's pulling his energy back.
That's funny. Oh, you don't know what this means to me. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, sweetie. This is exactly why I do the work that I do. Just please know how much he loves you and keep talking to him and keep watching these lives because you're going to get messages through other people's messages. There's a lot of people watching right now that just heard messages come through that sounds like it could be for them because it is. And you're going to learn new ways to be able to communicate with him because every message that they bring forward is like a teaching message as well. I've learned so much about how to communicate that with them through the messages that they bring forward. And honestly, I know it's not the same as when they're here in the physical, but it's so much better than nothing at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, honey, I'm going to let him pull his energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much.
You have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. Okay, bye-bye. All right, you guys, I'm done like dinner. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Now, I'm not sure what my day is like tomorrow. Oh, hold on a second. Somebody just said I missed someone, and then the phone almost came. So there was somebody that was going to call me from Australia, and then I didn't get a chance to connect back. So my friend from Australia, I'm so done. I can't do any more readings tonight. But you're the girl that we're going to circle back to. I think you figured out how to call me at some point, but I was already reading. My mod, if you can remember her name, please send it to me and put a note in the top of your head so you can remind me the next time you see her in here. Because that's Spirit's way of getting you ready to be ready if you got spirit tagged. And we spirit tagged somebody here tonight. For everybody else who had a message tonight, I want to remind you guys that I'm going to download these and upload them to my YouTube channel. So you will be able to get a copy of your messages. And if you've had a reading in the last like 3 lives that I've done on TikTok, they're all being uploaded to my YouTube. So go check it out. All right, you guys, I will see you again maybe tomorrow or another time this week. Not sure when. I got to check with my schedule tomorrow, but I'll be back soon. Keep following me here. And check me out on Facebook. And it's just a matter of time until you get a free message too. And again, if you want to book a private reading, THMedium.ca. Have a good night, you guys. Take care.